What is going on, guys? Voided here, and today we're going to be talking about Doom Eternal, and to be more specific, the types of demons you can encounter, starting off with the first category, Fodder. So, we're going to start off with the zombies. Their codex entry states, possessed by the influence of hell, these once human underlings that follow in hell's ranks are those that have been corrupted and deceived by its power, forsaking their own humanity. Those who have fully succumbed to hell's control cannot be saved, becoming mindless, grotesque contortions of their former selves. Now, zombies in the game are going to be one of the first demons you come across, and they're real easy, low tier, the easiest you can defeat. And the general tip in the codex states, use these weak demons to farm for resources. Now, the next demon we're going to be talking about are the Imps. Their codex entry states, scavengers of the underworld, Imps are among the most common of beasts found on the scorched surface of the hellscape. Lesser demons of hell, the Imp possesses limited intelligence, driven only by a hunter's impulse to seek out prey, a task for which the Imp is naturally suited due to its innate capacity for violence. As a result of these attributes, the Imp makes for an ideal foot soldier and is oft deployed in the warring legions of hell, easily manipulated and controlled by commanding high-born demons at the behest of the sovereign chapters. It is common for the Imp to appear at the front line of an offensive attack, an expendable resource unleashed in great numbers to overcome and break through the enemy front. Imps are typically found wherever you find zombies, soldiers, or gargoyles, typically in large battles, over sticking on walls, jumping around on platforms, throwing their fireballs. Rather annoying, but if you can shoot them, they're real easy. Now, moving on, we're going to be talking about the soldiers, and their codex entry states, once frontline infantry fighting to protect Earth from the demon invasion, the Hell soldiers have been claimed by darkness, turning them against their fellow soldiers in the midst of battle. Just like the zombies and Imps, soldiers can be encountered from the very first mission, all the way to the very last. They are what I would consider the heavy of the fodder. They come equipped with a gun, an energy shield, and can even perform melee attacks if you get too close. They have three main weaknesses. Shells, a point-blank blast from a shotgun will stagger a blaster soldier. Plasma rifle, the plasma rifle can overload energy shields and trigger an explosion. And blood punch. Blood punch can instantly destroy the energy shield. Now we're going to be getting into the mid to late game enemies, such as, what do you know, our next entry, the Gargoyle. And their codex entry states, like their Imp brethren, the Gargoyle is an agile, relentless pack hunter. Native to the Sentinel homeworld, this beast has plagued the Sentinel Guard for centuries. As one of the few demon breeds that could bypass the walled defenses of Sentinel Prime, the Gargoyle could appear without warning and claim hapless townspeople before disappearing into the wasteland. Only the most skilled marksmen of the Night Sentinels could intercept this aerial threat, a peril which demanded an ever-vigilant watch over the city's perimeter. Gargoyles are what happens when you want an Imp, but you also need to change it up a bit just to make it look like you have more variety. The only difference between them and the Imps is these guys can fly. And their general tip is, blast it out of mid-air to instantly trigger a stagger. Now do probably the most depressing demon backstory I have ever seen. We're going on to the Lost Souls. Their codex entry states, the Lost Soul has its origin among the damned, former humans who have fallen from the mortal world, doomed to an unliving eternity as sin-branded slaves of hell. The damned are seemingly endless in number, their populations growing by the thousands with each rise of the black sun. For many, the tortured existence of crushing slave labor is all that awaits. The bodies of the damned are brittle, and those who become broken in labor, their bodies ruined, dismembered, or otherwise incapable of servitude, are transported to the pits where their souls must be extracted for further use. Those fortunate enough to escape the process are what inevitably become lost souls. Their spirits transmogrified into physical form. The lost soul knows only madness, its memory a haunted image of its former mortal life. These creatures live a fleeting existence, roaming mindlessly, seeking only that which can grant them a final death. Now, you are unlikely to come across a lost soul unless you're fighting a pain elemental, which I'll get into in my next video going over the heavy demons. But their weaknesses are shells, shoot it with a shotgun to send it flying, causing a delayed explosion, and ice bomb. The Ice Bomb will instantly kill a lost soul. Moving on to the last of the Fodder demons, as well as, coincidentally, the last demons you will be introduced to in the game, we're talking about the Maker Drones. And their codex entry states, Urdak's population is mainly comprised of drones, beings that exist as extensions of the Khan Maker's will. Though each is endowed with their own unique identity, they remain biologically unable to resist a command from their Khan, and so function in a perfectly synchronized colony system. Drones never leave Urdak, their bodies not yet mature enough to avoid harm while crossing dimensions. Now, Maker Drones are, as I had stated before, late game demons, and their main way of attack is a little laser beam they send out. The general tip is their thick hide mitigates damage, and their weak point is their head. Headshot kills drop a lot of resources. So this is all the information I can give on the Fodder demons. Next video is going to be going over the heavies, and then the one after that will be the super heavies. I hope this video had information that is useful to you, and if nothing else, interesting. Stay safe out there. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.